Hello and thank you for watching today. I videotape primarily for two reasons. One, to teach, and the other is to watch myself paint so that I can see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. So I'm sharing with you today some of the lessons that I learned in this pastel painting. So join me and welcome aboard. Hello friends, this is Del Ballou. I'm back in my studio. I'm doing a little bit more experimenting with my new pan pastels. I've worked with pastels before, but not pan pastels. And so I had this piece of paper that I had already prepped for doing a black background. And working over that background with some color, with some soft pastels. But now that I have my pan pastels, I think I'm going to do a sort of underpainting with that and then come over it with the soft pastels. And as I said, I'm just experimenting here, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with my light reflection and not sure how to handle it. I've tried, but let's just see what happens when I get some pastels on this paper. This paper is white underneath, and I painted it with some clear gesso to give it a little bit of tooth, a little bit of texture, and then I painted it over with black, and I did another coat of clear gesso. So that may or may not work in this instance. The reflection from the light is making this look like it's really bumpy, and it is a little bit, but I'm not going to let that worry me. I'm going to worry more about working with these pastels. Now, the photograph I'm going to be working with is one of a creek, or as they say in Pennsylvania, a crick, in front of a church that I once served. And I was there in November 2019, just a few months ago, and I took this photograph, and it just had an appeal to me, not just because of the water, but because of the coloring. Because the leaves have turned for the season, of course, and they've pretty much fallen, but there's just enough left on the trees to make it interesting to me. So we will see how this works out. But again, it's an experiment. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go to the next experience. Okay, well, hang in there with me, and the first thing I'm going to do is a little drawing with a pastel pencil and just go from there. Well, friends, I'm back today on this painting of the creek in Pennsylvania. I've been away for actually several weeks from this painting. I kind of gave up on it because I got stuck. Just wasn't happy with where it was going. And I know most artists can relate to that on some level. But one of the big problems I think I was having is that I needed some better pastels. So I decided to branch out. I had already purchased recently pan pastels, and they worked okay for certain things, but what I needed in this painting was going to be a little bit harder, a little bit stronger. So I ordered some soft pastels, and I should also mention that the pastels I've been using otherwise, in addition to pastel pencils, was just a hodgepodge of things I had collected over the years for some of the pastel paintings I've done in the past, and they were okay, but I've been watching some videos and been on a group with pastel painters and just getting a few suggestions along the way. So I'm anxious to start using my new soft pastels. I actually had to buy what was in stock, and I had heard this product mentioned in the group that I'm involved in. So this is where I'm going today. I have sprayed this with some fixative to give me a little bit better reception with the pastels. Also, I'm using a mask, since masks are a part of our lives these days since this pandemic stuff started. So I'm wearing a mask, and I'm going to be wearing my rubber gloves, because the one thing that's a problem with pastels, they're very messy, and most media is messy. So that's where I'm going today, so stay tuned and let's just see what's going to happen with the rest of this painting. I don't have much to go, but I'm going to probably speed the rest of this up, and I'll be back. Well, just when I thought I was finished with this painting, I posted it on my Facebook page, and I realized all of the trees were slanted to the side, and the third one from the left was especially slanted. So I'm all about straightening trees today, and I hope you will learn a lesson from this, and that is pay attention to parallel lines when you're painting representationally. But hang in there, I'm going to get it right yet. Well, I have dabbed on this picture, this painting, about all I'm going to do. Actually, there's one or two more things I'm going to do. It's so complicated that it's easy as my eyes wander over this whole painting. Areas that I could add more color or cover up some color, but I think I have my trees much straighter now, and that was my primary aim in painting today. So I'm going to see, here I go again. I'm going to be touching it in just a couple more places, so I can make sure I have my tree identified. There you go, for that tree. And keep saying I'm not gonna touch this anymore. I'm gonna call it done. And over here I'm still not happy, but I'm not sure I'm going to be happy over here. I can keep working on it. I can keep adding some more stuff. But I'm just going to pretend that this is a Creekside place in my memory and imagination. So there you go. I have a frame and glass and a mat for this to go in, and that's what's going to happen next. Actually, this watercolor paper was measured to fit within the mat of said frame, so that's where it's going to go. And I have a place in my bedroom to hang it, so except for the thousands of people who might be exposed to it on YouTube or on the various groups of which I'm a member, or my Facebook page, no one else is going to see it. Well, it's been a pleasure being with you, and I hope you've learned something from this video. If you're interested in taking up pastels and you've never done it before, make sure you watch a lot of YouTube videos. I recommend Karen Magoulas and Susan Jenkins, and they'll hopefully set you straight before you ever get started. But for now, I am going to close out and say thank you for visiting, and I'll be back in another video. Please check out my other YouTube videos on my channel, and please go to my website, www.delbaloo.com. I'll be so happy to have you there, and thanks again. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.